Good morning! Halika, magkape tayo. Welcome to the morning coffee with Father Jerry. Our text for our reflection today comes from the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verses 1 to 12. It says, Then Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, The teachers of the law and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. So you must be careful to do everything they tell you, but do not do what they do, for they do not practice what they preach. They tie up heavy, cumbersome loads and put them on other people's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to lift a finger to move them. Everything they do is done for people to see. They make their phylacteries wide and tassels on their garments long. They love the place of honor and at banquets and the most important seats in the synagogues. They love to be greeted with respect in marketplaces and to be called rabbi by others. But you are not to be called rabbi, for you have one teacher and you are all brothers. And do not call anyone on earth Father, for you have one Father, and he is in heaven. Nor are you to be called instructors, for you have one instructor, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be your servants. For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Thus far is the reading for today's reflection. What is it for us today? What is the gospel or God's message to us through the gospel just read? To start with, this gospel, particularly from Matthew 23 1 to 12, it goes as a warning to all of us against hypocrisy. I don't know kung gusto ko sana i-translate ito sa Tagalog, hypocrisy. Pero hindi ako inspired maghanap ng yung particular term na translation into Tagalog, hypocrisy. Ang dami kasing mga translations eh. But anyway, it comes to us as a warning. Warning. Ano bang meron sa gospel today? Actually, ang objective ng kanyang warning ay against the Pharisees. Sabi nga, the religion of the Pharisees is a religion of ostentation. Gusto kong i-share sa inyo yung ano ibig sabihin ng ostentation. It says, ostentation is a pretentious display of something just to attract attention and gain acknowledgement from people. Ostentation. Yan ang literal meaning ng term ostentation from the Webster. Mr. Webster. And then that's the way Mr. Webster described the religion of the Pharisees. The religion of Pharisees is a religion of ostentation. pagpakita lang. Pretentious display of something just to attract attention and gain acknowledgement. Anyway, the Pharisees, alam natin to, they were educated and dedicated legalists. Religion to them was the strict observance of every detail of the law, the Jewish law. They were men in desperate obedience to follow every detail of their religion, living a life totally dedicated to the observance of the law. They could therefore develop at one at the same time all the faults of legalism and all the virtues of complete self dedication. A Pharisee might either be an arrogant legalist and a man burning devotion to God. So, the gospel to us comes to us today as a warning, not necessarily because of the Pharisees, kundi yung mga ginagawa, activity, yung pagpapakita ng mga Pharisees sa kanilang nasasakupan na sabihin natin na labas sa kanilang kalooban, puso, because the way they understand and interpret law or religion is for them a detailed observance and obedience, following of the law word by word yan. So by the mere following of this particular law, they are already having that special devotion to their God or to God. Okay? So by following letter by letter of the law, uh, following into details of the Jewish law is for them perfect expression, observance of religion. That's for them. Okay? So the warning comes to us not because it comes as a warning to participate, involve, and to be active in religion. Hindi yon. The way they expresses themselves in their religion, papakitang tao lang, yun ang warning ni Jesus. Ulitin ko ha, hindi yun general warning dahil by nature mga Pharisees sila. No. Kundi warning ito sa mga ginagawa nila na wag sanang maging example yung pagpapakitang tao lang, to be appreciated, to be acknowledged by people. Doon ang tatawagin nating object why Jesus is warning us. In fact, he said, yung mga famous na quotations natin, follow what they say, but do not follow what they do. Biblical yan, sabi niya kanina. Because they multiply all the laws, the Jewish laws, and then kahit man lang katiting, hindi lang nga sila sumasabay, hindi man lang sila tumutulong to lift up themselves. Basta as long as they follow all the laws of the Jewish laws and regulations, it's a complete for them expression of their faith in God. Okay? Let me share with you one example mentioned in the gospel. Phylacteries. What is a phylacteries? Jesus used this example, phylacteries, na kung gaano sila nagpapakita lang ng kanilang mga tagapagsunod. A phylacteries is a biblical quotations or texts, favorite texts or quotations ng isang rabbi. Okay? Nilalagay siya sa isang maliit na lagayan, tinutupi-tupi ng cloth, And then ito ay nilalagay sa kanilang noo. Kung napansin nyo mga pictures ng mga rabbi na may nilalagay itong noo, tinatali dito, yung nasa gitna, may lagayan, ang tawag niyan phylacteries. And then nakasuot ang mahahabang tassels, vestments, and then they go around just to be seen by people. Pero ang take nila doon is that ginagawa nila yon, especially on the display of phylacteries, in order for people to appreciate and to acknowledge them that they truly are obedient disciples, or that they truly are exemplary in obedience, in following the Jewish law. Ayan yan. For the point of Jesus is that, yun mang pag-ikot-ikot, pinapakita yung mga biblical quotations from the Old Testament. Dahil favorite quotations sila yon. Jesus was against that. Lalo na yung pag-iikot-ikot nila sa kanilang community just for people to see them and to attract people's attention and to be acknowledged by people. They are an example of how to follow the laws of the Jewish community. Yun ang point. Okay? Can you imagine? I don't know, hindi ko ma-imagine yun. Isusulat ko yung mga favorite quotations ko, ilagay ko dito, and then mag-online ako para makita nyo how faithful am I to the Word of God that I am sharing to you. Can you imagine that? Anyway, phylacteries ang tawag noon. Jesus is using that or describing that, describing a rabbi using a phylacteries, parang ma-clarify niya ang kanyang point why he is criticizing them. Not the person, kundi yung mga ginagawa ng person why he is criticizing them. Okay? Kasi it's falsehood. Okay? So ano bang meron ang gospel natin ngayon? Ang challenge natin ngayon is to realize, sabi ko kahapon, how sincere Jesus is his mission, is in his ministry, in the work of the kingdom. He is so serious about all this mission work na in-entrust ng simbahan at in-entrust sa atin. Okay? Ayaw niya tayong maging legalistic for the sake of legalism, following the law without the context of the heart, that is love. Yan ang kulang na nakikita ni Jesus sa mga leaders ng synagogue during his time. Follow the rules, follow the law. Lahat are all spoken by words, but in the absence of the heart. So, ito. The religion of the Pharisees is a religion of ostentation. Inulit ko na. It consists in obeying countless rules and regulations. It becomes easy for a man to see to it that everyone is aware how well he fulfills the regulations and how perfect is his piety. Piety is devotion. Jesus insists that the Christianity or us Christians should remember that he has one teacher. Only that teacher is Christ. Another reminder that we only have one Father in faith, and that is God. And we only have one instructor, and that instructor is the Messiah, tagapagligtas. Bakit tawag nila sa atin Father? It's only a title of what we have achieved in this world. But in our inner side, in our inner being, Jesus wants us to acknowledge only one Father, teacher, and one instructor. And that is God alone. Okay? So, the whole design of the Pharisees was to dress up and act in such a way as to draw attention to themselves so that people see his good deeds and glorify not God, but glorify Him, the person. He wants only to glorify God, the Father in heaven. Any religion which produces pretentious display in action is a false religion. Follow what I say, do not follow what I do. Mga kapatid, iyan ang challenge natin ngayon. I'm hoping and praying na lahat ng mga actions na ginagawa natin o mga gawain pa natin ng ating simbahan, I pray na sana ito ay pure and authentic because we only have one God to be glorified. Not ourselves as disciples, but Him whom we believe as our Master. Okay? So, paano yan, mga kapatid? Good morning. Don't forget your coffee and see you tomorrow.